Good afternoon. Myself Preeti, and I am going to discuss about the fundamentals of the data system analysis in this section. This topic comes under the subject of information management information system. So this is the overview of this particular topic, and what is the introduction for this? It is analytics is a field of computer science. Analytics is the field of computer science that uses math, statistics and machine learning to find the meaningful patterns in the data analytics. What it is saying, what is analytics? It is a field of computer science. It is one of the field of the computer science. It uses both maths and statistics as well as the machine learning to find the meaningful pattern of the data analytics, or we can also say in other words that a data analytics is nothing but it involves shifting through massive data sets to discover, interpret and share new sites and knowledge. What it is doing, initially it is going to discover, and the discovered data will be interpreted, and then that interpreted data will be shared in new site and knowledge to the others. So this is one. And the data analytics describes the process of uncovering trends. This is the one where we can study, or we can describe with the help of data analytics. We can describe the process of uncovered trends which are not covered now. They can be described in these with the help of data analytics. But not only the uncovered trends, we are going to discuss about or describe about the patterns and corrections in large amount of raw data to help or make the data informed decisions. In informed decisions, what it is saying, with the help of the data analytics, we can describe the uncovered trends or uncovered patterns or unrelated data in a large amount of data. We can use a small, it is not going to use a small data, it is going to use a very large or raw data to help to make the decision. Okay, now this process use familiar statistical analysis techniques like clustering and regression. So for that, these are following few statistical analyses, that is nothing but the clustering and regression, and apply them to more extensive data sets with the help of the newer tools. What it is doing, it is going to discuss about or describe about the uncovered trends or patterns or correlations, and that too in the large data, raw data, large amount of raw data. And for that, it is using some statistical analysis techniques which are nothing but the clustering and regression, and that are going to apply them in the extensive data sets with the help of newer tools, not the existing tools. It is not going to use the existing tools, it is going to use the newer one tools. Okay, this is about the data analytics. You can see the statistics like this with the help of the regression and the clustering. So what is data analytics fundamentals? So how it is used, what is data analytics, we discussed. After that, we are going to discuss about few fundamentals which are involved in the data analytics. So it is a collection of tools that quantitatively describes. It is what it is doing, not qualitatively. It is going to describe about the quantitatively. Quantitatively means with some quantity, with some we can divide the raw. It is going to use the large amount of raw data. Quantitatively means it is going to take among them small parts. So some amount of the data it is going to take, and that quantity, it is going to describe the data in summary and graphical forms. So what it is doing ma, it is going to collect the tools that quantitatively describes the data, and that is also in the form of the summary or the graphical forms. Such tools compute measures of central tendency and dispensions. So such tools now for computing we are using some such tools. How it is going to measure ma? It is going to measure central tendency and the dispension, mean, medium and mode. So these are the commonly used measures of central tendency. So how it is going to use na central tendency? It is going to follow central tendencies. What are those ma? We are having mean, medium and mode. These are the commonly used measures of these central tendencies. Each measure indicates a different type of typical values in the data. So each is going to measure in different way. So how, why, like that we will discuss later. So data analytics life cycle defines the roadmap of how data is generated. It is going to give a clear idea or clear roadmap of the data, how data is generated. So collected or processed or used or analyzed to achieve the business goals. This data analytics in life cycle process is going to give the brief roadmap that involves how data is generated and collected, processed, used and analyzed to meet the business goals. These are the stages which are involved in the data analytics life cycle. After that, data analytics covers the raw data into actionable insights. It is going to take the raw data and that data will be converted into actionable insights. It involves a range of tools and techniques and processes used to find trends and solve the problems by using the data. So data analytics can shape business process, improve the decision making and fosters the business growth. It is going to shape the business and also improves the decision making, and also it is going to concentrate on the business growth as well. So it is initially business process, it is going to shape the business process. After that, improve the decision making. After that, the final stage is it is going to concentrate on the business growth as well. So what are the 5 C's or 5 pertaining to the data analytics? We all know that it involves 5 C's. What are those? How many are there interrelated? So we know that there are 5 C's, and that 5 C's now how we are going to use it or interrelated we are going to explain. So first now communication, second one is a collaboration, the third one is a critical thinking, fourth one is a curiosity, and fifth one is a creativity. These are the 4 C's involved in the data analytics, and all this now how it is going to be used, that will be explained further. Okay, and what are the 7 V's of data analytics? So V's are nothing but volume, velocity, variety, variability, veracity, value and visualization. These are the 7 V's which are involved in the data analytics. Okay, all those are discussed further, as I said. Whenever we required now, we will discuss into detail in very deeply. Okay na? All these topics will be discussed very deeply. So as of now, we'll deal with the basic ones only. Later on we'll require, if it is required now, we'll discuss it further. So this framework offers a model of working with large and complex data sets. So these frameworks now offers a model for working with a large and complex data types. Advanced data analytics, third topic now. Advanced data analytics comprises three pillars, namely speed, agility and performance. These are the most important ones for which now we are going to use to utilize the full potential from it. All the three are very important, because to utilize the full potential now we will need this all the three parameters, all the three pillars. So these pillars strengthen the analytics strategies themselves and improve your business multiple folds. So what it is doing ma, to build anything, your project, all the three pillars are very important. What are those pillars ma? Speed, agility and performance. With the help of these three pillars na, we are going to utilize the full potential for that. Okay. So what are the different types of data analytics will be discussed in this particular slide. So there are four key types of the data analytics. What are those ma? Descriptive, diagnostic, predictive and prescriptive. These are the four data types. So these are used to help the organization make data driven decisions. Okay, what the descriptive analytics used ma, deals with the what happened in the past. So in this in the descriptive we'll get a clear idea about what happened in the past. Okay, after that after knowing the descriptive type of data analytics, we'll get clear idea. So previously it happened now we are not going to do it, or we'll go for the further one, like that we can decide. So diagnostic means, so with the help of this diagnostic analytics we are going to deal with why did it happen in the past. So initially in the descriptive phase we will get some idea about what happened in the past. So now we are going to diagnose why it happened in the past. So okay, what happened in the past will be discussed in the descriptive analysis, and why it is done or why it happened in the past, it is going to be dealt in the descriptive diagnostic analysis. After and the predictive. So in the predictive analytics now, it is going to concentrate on what will happen in the future. So after that now, it is a perspective. So how we can make it happen. So these are the four data types we are going to discuss, and for descriptive we'll get the idea what happened in the past. After that we'll diagnose that why it happened in the past. After that some predictive method comes under. So what will help, what will happen in the future. This is done in the past, first one. So why it happened, then what we will do in the future, what will happen in the future. After that how we will make it happen. This is how we have to think while starting the business. Okay. So what are the components of an analytics? So there are four main components of the analytics model, namely. So so these are data components, algorithm components, real world components and ethical components. So data means which is related to the data. According to the data we can analyze. Algorithms means we can, with the help of some algorithms we can analyze. And after the real world means we are taking some examples from the real world which are happened around us in the business environment. So ethic means which are comes ethical component. So why data analytics important? Why not others? Why we are using data analytics? So analytics is important to describe or understand the trends and patterns from the massive amount of data that are being collected. So while we're planning to start a business na, it involves a massive amount of data. We need to gather lot of data, so it is very difficult for us to calculate na. So for that, to avoid that difficulty, we are using that analytics. So with the help of that analytics na, we are going to understand what are the trends and patterns following. So with the help of that massive amount of data, so after that na, it helps optimize the business performance, focus the further results, and understand the audience and reduces the cost. So once we'll get what are the trends and patterns followed, then we can develop our business according to the requirement, according to the environment, according to the need. So business performance will be optimized, and after that now, what are the future results while if I started this business, we'll get that what is the future result, is it useful for me or it is not. So and after that we'll understand the audience also, how means understand the audience means that is very important for any businessman. So after that now we'll reduce the cost also. What are the tools used in this particular section? So data analysis use helps to companies draw insights from the customer data. So uncover trends and patterns to make the better business decisions. There is a wide number of online data analytics tools. You can make it use whether you want to perform basic or more advanced data. So if you want to use a basic one or you want to go with the more advanced one, you can choose any one of these tools. What are those ma? You can choose the Excel one, you can choose the Python, you can use the any of these particular tools. To start with any you can use for both the basic one as well as the advanced one. So what is the scope of the data analytics? So data analytics helps the government organization and companies in collecting the data and identifying the patterns in that data. So it is also going to help the government organization and the companies as well. Means the private sectors as well as the government sectors, it is going to help. It is helping both the government sectors and the non-government or private sectors in collecting the data, and in that it is going to identify the patterns. Okay, these extensive insights into the data help organization in the decision making. Once they identify the patterns in the collected data, they can help the organization in business management. Decision management, it will for anyone or both, it's a anyone, the government sector or private sector, after identifying the patterns now from the collection of data, they will be they will get a decision making that is based on the data, therefore automating the process. So it is helpful for both the organization and the unorganization sectors. That means that the private and the government sectors, once they get the gather the data then they identify the pattern. After identifying, they will get a clear understanding or clear decision making. So based on the data only, then they move further for the process. What are the few examples of this data analysis? So what are the few means? A type of analysis helps to describe the summarize the quantitative data by presenting the statistics. For example, descriptive statistical analysis could show the distribution of sales across the group of the employees and average sales figures as per employee. So descriptive analysis answers the question like what happened, that is what I am saying. It is one of the stage in the descriptive we'll get a clear idea about what happened in the past, then only we can move to the diagnostic. In the diagnostic why it happened in the past, after that we'll decide what are the remaining ones. So what are the beneficials, what are the advantages, now we are going to discuss. Helps the business optimization its performance, so performs more efficiently and maximize the profit and more strategically guided decisions. So once they understood the pattern, they can perform well, they can perform more efficiently, they can maximize the profit, and also more statistically they can take the decisions. So technique wise, and the process of data analytics has been automated into mechanical processes and algorithms that work more raw data for the human consumption. It is going to discuss about, it is a mechanical process. Individually it is not possible for any human, so it is a mechanical process, it is an automated one, and the algorithms that work the raw data for the human consumption. So for the human consumption, it is doing automated, and it is going to work in the mechanical process. What is the conclusion? In the conclusion, while data analytics has so many advantages we discussed in this section, there are also several disadvantages also there. Coin have two sides, like that every section, every topic, everything have their own demerits and merits. Like that, here also we will see some disadvantages, so that can be carefully evaluated. So these includes a potential bias in the data. So high implementation cost involves, and data security risk also involved, and ethical constraints surrounding data privacy also required, and the potential and information overload is also required. So thank you.